Liquidity is the lifeblood of crypto, and the vast majority of liquidity in crypto is not being used because it is siloed. A significant portion of crypto either sits dormant in the wallets of individual users, the DeFi equivalent of keeping cash under your mattress, or on centralized exchanges. The rest lives across thousands of decentralized protocols, yield farms, and pools that can't readily be accessed by anyone other than their users. A lack of accessible and easy-to-use liquidity is throttling the growth of DeFi, holding back crypto projects that are building the future of the Internet of Value.
But I'm here to talk about automated market maker-based decentralized exchanges and the future of DeFi, so I'm just going to dive right in. I'm going to start by just zooming way out, and just the digital landscape in decentralized finance grew from $670 million to $13 billion in the past year alone. This is a space that is just exploding. And key, right at the center of this massive growth, are decentralized exchanges, DEXs. They're the oxygen of DeFi. DEXs allow users to trade crypto on blockchains amongst themselves. Unlike centralized exchanges like Coinbase or Binance, they have public enforced rules for inherent fairness and openness. So what's a decentralized exchange and why are they so important? A decentralized exchange is a system for exchanging assets that isn't owned or controlled by any particular party. They can provide unprecedented transparency and fairness in asset exchange. If you've used centralized exchanges, you know that there's an onboarding process and they have a particular jurisdiction. They're in some jurisdiction and there'll be jurisdictions that they can serve and jurisdictions that they can't serve. They're subject to regulatory changes, which can cause their behavior to be unpredictable. They've been known to freeze accounts because they saw something suspicious. They've had theft and reliability issues. As I mentioned before, the market is huge. These are being used to move real value. The driver seems to be providing liquidity between major tokens and between major and minor tokens. What do you want a decentralized exchange for? Well, when you want to exchange something. And as the ecosystem grows, this long tail of minor tokens will be a significant driver of exchange activity.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about is automated market making. As I mentioned before, the XRP ledger is the OG DEX. We had a DEX in 2012. We have cross-currency payments. We have issued assets. We built the XRP ledger. We designed it, and other people have extended it with the payments use case in mind. And that payment use case is a cross-currency payment world. It's a world where some people like dollars, some people like euros, some people like Bitcoin, some people like XRP. It's a multi-token world. It's a tokenized world where maybe other types of assets are tokenized. And liquidity is sort of the secret sauce to making that work. I think personally, my earliest vision that I think has held for 10 years now was this idea of sort of public pools of liquidity. In existing payment systems, you're stuck with that payment system's liquidity. If you use Western Union, you get their cash in, you get their cash out, you get their liquidity, whether you like it or not, and you can't unbundle those things. That early vision was these pools of liquidity that everybody can contribute to and everybody can draw off that are kind of unbundled from the payment system or the asset that you're using to pay with.
BlackRock, head of strategic partnerships.
On institutional DeFi, but there will be a role for smart contracts, for deep pools of liquidity who can basically create really creative pairs and allow transactions in a different way than can happen in the centralized space.
Now, something near and dear to my heart, the automated market maker specification. I almost said automated money maker, which actually is kind of, it's actually pretty apropos, right? So the XRP ledger is a leading enabler of DeFi with features like the DEX and payments because of the design of the protocol. And the one thing that we have not had that traditionally I think 90% of DEXs have automated market makers. They're built around it. The XRP ledger's DEX is built around a simple central limit order book rather than an automated market maker. But I think if you have both of them, I think this is a case where it just blows away OR. The automated market maker addresses most of the pain points that people face in the decentralized liquidity landscape today. We've been working with the community on an automated market maker implementation for the XRP ledger. And today, for the first time, I think I'm going to let the world know that it has a mechanism that I don't believe exists in any other automated market maker design in the world that allows the stakers, the people who put the liquidity into the automated market maker, to command a larger share of the profits that would normally go to arbitrageurs, increasing the return.
Trying to incentivize the development of an ecosystem around XRP. I think, and with what Ripple's doing on the banking side, we're trying to position XRP as that sort of intermediary asset that can provide liquidity between other assets. And I think if those efforts are successful, that's going to be a reason to use that asset. If it's more liquid, if it's cheaper to transfer, if it has all these technological advantages that optimize it for that use case. So I think it's that building of an ecosystem.
But there's something else going on that's almost more exciting, which is volatility is harvested by the automated market maker. Normally, volatility just results in risk and a reduction in yield. But here, it's a gain in yield. The automated market maker actually implements a trading strategy that converts volatility into yield. I could go on for a very long time about that, but I'm not going to because it's going to take us way in the weeds. But if you see me, again, if you see me outside, trading strategies are something that I'm very, very interested in. If you think about what an automated market maker does, when the price goes up, it sells, and when the price goes down, it buys. That strategy, if you imagine, if you hold Apple stock and the price goes up and you sell and then the price goes back down and you buy, you make a profit. If the price goes down and you buy and the price goes back up, you make a profit, and you sell, you make a profit. That's what an automated market maker does all day long. In addition, the automated market maker leverages the XRP ledger's inherent advantages. The XRP ledger has very, very fast transactions. The XRP ledger has very, very low transaction cost. These are things that will drive up the revenue and the efficiency of the automated market maker. So if the price of XRP goes up or down, and then it comes back in just a few seconds, if you were on a blockchain like Ethereum, there's no way that you could harvest that volatility because your transactions take several minutes to confirm. There's just no way that you can make that work. But because it is so fast, the trading algorithm can convert volatility into yield much, much more rapidly.
Since an automated market maker can buy or sell an asset at any time, they have to have a pool of every asset that they're going to sell. Obviously, you can't sell something if you don't have it to sell. They borrow these pools from people willing to lend. So another interesting thing about automated market makers is they provide this sort of service for people who are willing to lend assets to the automated market maker to provide these pools of assets that they can trade. And in most implementations, these loans provide a variable return. So it's a loan that behaves more like an investment. You give them an asset, let's say, 5 XRP, and you get some sort of claim against the automated market maker's pool that may change in value as that pool grows and shrinks. And obviously, the objective would be to get a positive return. This is a thriving ecosystem of activity, of people who are moving things around, of people who are doing interesting and exciting things with these tokens.
Assets like XRP that can move across international borders in seconds for pennies will find a use case sort of in that very, very long tail. And the world in which I think we have the biggest success is the world where lots and lots of things get tokenized, because the value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools.
And you heard it there from David Schwartz. The world we will be most successful in is where there are a lot of tokens and everything is tokenized, and positioning XRP to compete. And that's what the liquidity pools are for. The AMM specification is to position XRP to be the dominant asset because of the protocols and because of the ecosystem that is surrounding it. No single asset, just because it's an asset, can be. The global liquidity solution, you need the protocols, and the automated market maker is a unique implementation at the network layer that's open, neutral, censorship resistant, immutable, and permissionless at the blockchain layer.
I'm just personally really excited about this automated market maker proposal. In almost every other arena, volatility is a minus. An automated market maker turns volatility into yield. Volatility is inefficiency. You can always make a profit by reducing some inefficiency. Super exciting for me personally. I don't know that other people are as excited about it as I am. I hope they are, because I think it's cool. And we've done some unique things in the way we implemented it, ways that essentially the yield. It's effectively a way to lend money to an automated machine that makes money through implementing trading strategies and through making markets. We'll see if that delivers on my excitement.
And David Schwartz's answer to this question of, so the price will be driven by speculators regarding XRP, he goes, not speculative, competitive global pools of liquidity where people contribute to and draw off to dramatically cut payment costs and interconnect economies. The staking of the XRP holders and the demand to obtain XRP to stake in liquidity pools to earn a yield, and then obtaining the liquidity token.
So people who provide liquidity to the automated market maker. So the automated market maker, in order to trade, it needs assets to trade with. And so people have to sort of loan it assets. They put the assets in the automated market maker's pools. And they get back liquidity tokens. These are tokens, issued assets that are tradable on the DEX that represent their proportional ownership. So these tokens can be traded on the DEX. You can hold them. You don't have to cash them in for your share of the pools if you want. You can just sort of move them around and use them as an asset. And for US holders, this should be very tax efficient. Your gains won't be realized until you sell or dispose of the liquidity token. So if you put a bunch of XRP and a bunch of Bitcoin in a liquidity pool for an AMM, you'll get back some liquidity tokens, which you can just hold. The AMM will do its thing, hopefully producing return for you, and then you can sell those liquidity tokens when you're done, and then that will be, if you're in the US, that's a taxable event, but your money can grow tax-free. Obviously not tax advice, consult experts, but I think we got it.
And the LP token that the liquidity provider receives is tradable. So liquidity will stay in these pools as the LP token then can be used as collateral to borrow against and also traded. So it's a claim on those two assets. Former board member and special advisor to Ripple says how if you could tokenize certain assets, they could be used as collateral, which gives them more value.
This is the beginning. At some point, you increase liquidity. And in the Larry Fink definition, I can now have an asset through this tokenization process that I can use as a transaction, but as a collateral as well. So if I can use something as collateral, I increase its value.
Now, XRP in itself as collateral will help give it value, and that's good. But XRP and USD in a liquidity pool, an LP token is the tokenized representation of your assets in the pool providing liquidity. I really love that word. I just think it's great. Liquidity tokens. I mean, we talk about on-demand liquidity tokens. And it's not a new token somebody made. It's not a security or anything like that. It's not Ripple's made. It just represents the liquidity in the pool. It's a yield-bearing asset that can be used as collateral. And it doesn't have the smart contract risks. And it could always be redeemed. It can be traded. I mean, geez, you could think of things that this could be combined with NFTs and contracts. It could be just, the potential is unlimited once you have that underlying liquidity pipeline where all these pools are connected to each other and then they're connected to the DEX. So you have to think of like an underlying like sewer of a city or subways where they're all intertwined or pipes connecting. Their money infrastructures and their protocols are what give them value. And XRP has a unique protocol that hasn't been fully built out. It hasn't had an economic model. The way Ethereum has staking, Avalanche has staking. XRP is going to have liquidity bonds, basically. You're tokenizing liquidity and getting a liquidity token. That's what you're doing. And that earns real yield. And it's providing a service. So it's sustainable. And it could grow. And then that liquidity token can be used as collateral. That creates composability. And now you start to develop an ecosystem and tokenize the liquidity. And the AMM is going to be on the mainnet, but every sidechain is going to have AMMs too. Now, that means there'll be a ton of different options of where you can provide liquidity. So we could see hundreds of sidechains and thousands of AMMs. We are going to have no longer a single ledger. We're going to have a network of cooperatively interconnected XRPL protocol chains, along with EVM sidechains, substrate sidechains, and other types of networks that are all interconnected in this multi-net of network of networks. The XRP ledger is ideally suited to provide that future generation of automated market makers, a game-changing liquidity solution for the next financial system. And this is the foundation that it will be built on.
I used to believe that XRP is basically the Lord is wanting his church, his people to buy XRP because through XRP they're going to be wealthy and they're going to be able to make changes, okay? You're not being called to acquire XRP because XRP is going to make you wealthy. You are called to acquire XRP because you will be needing XRP for the days ahead. So XRP, I would say, is a key that will give you access to the new monetary system. It could be that some people will be called to do something with XRP assets in itself, and honestly I have no idea how that will play out. But those who know, those who understand this financial system, whatever it is, this world of finance, they know, they understand what's going to be happening. They understand that realm very well, and I don't. But I have this is just my feeling. I feel that there'll be others who will be doing something, and I'm not sure if they're going to be leasing XRP, and honestly I don't know how it will work, but their calling will be something in the area of XRP itself. But now the Lord is basically explaining to me that that's not why he's calling his church and his people, or at least the remnants in the part of the church that he's calling to acquire XRP. The reason why he's calling us to acquire XRP is because XRP is a Trojan horse.
And then I saw a pile of some kind of coins. It was a hill, and a hand appeared right above that hill with a coin. And when the vision zoomed in, I noticed that the ripple symbol was on that coin, similar to what you see on the screen. And understanding was given that this pile consists of XRP coins. Then I saw words, banking industry needs XRP. Then Lord brings to my memory Deuteronomy 28:13 portion, and the Lord shall make thee the head, and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God. Then I saw a word, connections, and the vision was given with a portion of railroad and train carts, and they were loaded with XRP coins. When the vision zoomed out, I could see a network of railroad tracks, and the stations were connecting points. And then the words was given, financial institutions, and I knew that these stations connecting these railroad tracks were some kind of financial institutions. It looked like an imperfect spider web. The next vision was given, and it started with a building, and I knew that it was a representation of a bank, and above it I saw a blue zigzag with an arrow pointing up. and I thought of a still picture of a lightning. And then I heard speed of delivery, and it continued, exchanges are made, take your positions. And I knew that this was about banking industry.
I heard a voice, and the voice said, XRP, it said that XRP is going from day trading to now trading. I might have heard this voice the same night after praying, to be honest, while after praying about the Terra Luna dream, and then I heard this voice, and it was a voice that was said, that spoke to me, and the voice said, I heard it in the spirit, and it said, XRP is going from day trading to now trading, like this, like now. Where is it? XRP from day trading to now trading.
What we can do is we can move tokenized deposits around cities, corridors. Right now, it's just US and Singapore, with aspirations of adding another 3 to 5 in the next near term. Well, it's great that we have this internal token, but our clients don't want a Citi token or another bank token. What they want is cross-bank, cross-border liquidity. It's great that we have this internal token, but our clients don't want a Citi token or another bank token. What they want is cross-bank, cross-border liquidity.